Planet Art Studio. Today we're going to be dealing with creative deaths. Hey, I found a volume switch headset. Amazing. That's why I couldn't hear it. I was like, the quality is really bad. I can't hear anything. Oh, it has a volume switch. Now I can't find the level that I need to create in. It would have helped if I found it. I find it quite amazing that I can still remember where all the, all the blank levels, which one's which. So we're going to deal with creative death. So if you remember, we built this nice little scene. We've got a nice little bit of... I've added some more bits in, as you probably can see. A few more rocks, a few more bits like that. And I was going to put tar or something like that around it. So we'll probably do that. And that's really easy to do. But we're actually putting material with other materials. And let's find tar. I believe it's a manglewood material. Apart from that, I don't know actually what it is. Is this it here? Here we go. Flowing tar or normal tar? Let's just have normal tar for now. We want it about the same level, so let's turn on our grid. I remember I said in a few videos ago about visually remembering things and how we see things and how and the difference, and and afterwards I thought that was a bit of a daft thing to say. Then something happened to me today that made me think, well, perhaps that wasn't such a daft thing to say. Let me explain. I ran into someone. I didn't literally run into someone, no, but I came across someone who was very confused and didn't really know where they were or what they were doing or anything. So I did the responsible thing and I reported it to the police afterwards. I recalled the gentleman how I thought he looked, but then I walked past him again, returning from somewhere, and he looked totally different to how I described him. So that's what I was saying to you about how we remember things and how things really are. Two different things entirely, and that's so there's definitely a lesson in that. Perhaps I wasn't such a nutter. So what we're going to do here basically is show you the basic settings of a broadcast chip, because a lot of people get this wrong and player 2 becomes invulnerable. And it's really bad when left stick, right stick were broadcasting and they discovered that one of them was invulnerable to all things within a level. So okay, that's it. We've got our so death, red, or black as night. Yeah, we'll see. We'll do it red for now. So we've got a rough area. I mean, yes, you can put decorations on it. You can make it look a bit nicer than that. I'm just showing you for illustration purposes. I'll make it look a bit better and a bit nicer. If I turn this into an actual level, at the moment it's just purely for demonstration. So broadcast chip, probably best to have it on touch, all in contact, include touching. Yep, that's fine. Want it to detect Sackboy. Of course, if you had, you could have a level where you detect only say Sackboy, but Oddsock's invulnerable to it, and Oddsock go to. Why did I choose Oddsock? See previous videos for more. So now this is the bit where people go wrong on their death tweaker. Under creature tweakers in your tools bag we have killed tweaker. So kills owner, you want to keep it on kills owner, because it means it will be the person that owns that broadcast chip it will kill. If you have it activated player, it will kill just player 1, the player that first activates the broadcast chip, because after that the broadcast chip is active. So, and then it just won't work, for some reason. It all kills everyone. Pretty self-explanatory, kills everyone for one person's mistake. So you can have confetti, you can have fire effect, you can have electricity, you can have spike, you can have horrible gas, you can have drowning. Obviously for fire, for tar. So here we go, and we bring it down. Nice overlay. You may want it slightly above your material. Et voila. Now. Nope. Not working. Yep, there we go. He skipped layers. I just noticed we've actually got... I had someone join the broadcast. Hey, I've joined the broadcast. I don't know who you are and I don't know what you're doing. I'm leaving. It's a disgrace, sir. Time to go. So, we have... I think behind here we have a bit where you're not going to die, but you could put some spikes there. Make it a bit more creative and a bit more interesting, Mr. Bond. Yeah, we do. We have a bit where you're actually invulnerable. So... But we can't see it because of all this going on here, so let's close this down. Check. Reveals everything. Right, we'll just close these down. That's what I want to do. That'll do. Look, now we can see it. So now we see that, so we can put some spikes on there or something equally deadly that would kill the player that's sticking out from behind the rocks, and that'd look quite artistic and interesting. Or you could have an island in the middle there, but then the player, where are they going to go? Well, they're going to go off here and run around and just walk past it, because that's what any sensible person will do. So you have to make sure that that isn't possible. But that's a bit dull. In fact, why did I do that? Let's rewind quick to the everything disappeared. No, alright. Okay, you're not going to do it then. Thank you. We'll shut it down again. Voila. And no. Hold on, we're experiencing technical difficulties. So, that's fine. But let's get creative. Did you know you can use a destruction tweaker? But how, I hear you say? Because putting a destroyer on there won't work. Include rigid connections, no, that's not really relevant. What we want to do is make Sackboy fade out of existence. So there you go. There's your Back to the Future effect right there. Splat, fall apart, vaporise. Let's try falling apart, shall we? It'll look interesting. In fact, we'll take this out of here. But it won't happen just on its own. If you just touch that material, it's not going to happen. That sticker panel, it's not going to work. We need to make it active. And the easiest way I find to do that is like so. Put a player tweaker on. Make sure it's fairly small, so it'll only detect the one player and not kill the other person next to them. Mind you, if there's somebody next to you on the same material, yeah, they're probably going to die. So now, we have a different death. So let's try something else. Let's try vaporising Sackboy. Vaporise. Confetti, yeah, well you can do that normally. So, vaporise. Splat. So there we go. There is lots of different ways you can creatively kill Sackboy. So please stop using plasma on the bottom of every screen. That was something we did in LBP2 because there was no other choice. Now you can be creative with your deaths. Exploding Sackboys and Sackgirls. Whoa. That was a bit violent. Sent him flying off somewhere else. But we needn't stop there. We needn't stop there. So let's set up something really quick, brief, and if any of you have seen Medium Molecule's little deaths sequence thing, It was something they did, and they decided they probably weren't going to do it. People might instantly recognise what I'm doing here. Da, 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 da. And we need a big chunk here, but one back, because I'm going to stick something on the front chunk. It's going to flick Sackboy. Let's make it too long. Against the wall. Oh no, I just flicked Sackboy into the material and he instantly died and got rid of everything that I was doing. Be careful for that one. The amount of times I do it when I'm creating is unbelievable. I put it down to old age. Just running round the gardener being generally stupid because he does some very daft things and it's quite amusing. But I don't know. Let me know if that sort of thing might interest you. It was just going to be to show you how crazy he is and what I have to put up with. Okay, so let's make it a slightly scuffed metal. So this is very rough, but I am going to show you roughly. And we want that to wobble, so we want a nice wobble bolt. And we probably want it to act. So there we go. Wax it on. We need to make that like that. And now, how do we want it to wobble? We want it to do 90 degrees. Yeah, 90 degrees. I don't know, in or out, I don't know. Oops, it didn't like either of that. So let's not do either. And let's just see. Okay. It's hitting the floor, so we need it, we want it to go to almost vertical, so we need to change the angle. So it's probably good to set this up first. Whoa, hang on. There we go. Done it. Yeah, well, you seem to be not reacting quite the way I wanted you to. So it's just a case of tweaking. Right, so that's nicely tweaked. But we only want it to activate when the player is... when the player is at the end. And you probably want him to be able to get there and stand there for a split second. So there we go. So when Sackboy impacts this area here at high velocity, we want him to satisfactorily go splat. And you could just simply make it splat like we've shown you. Red again, make it invisible so we can't see it. Let's just test that quickly. Da, 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 da. And Sackboy has been launched into the air. So you probably have to create some kind of holding device. That's alright, we can do that fairly simply. And how would you do it? How would you stick him to it? And then let him go. I thought fairly simply, but then I've suddenly thought about it. We'll find a way. We will find a way, and that's the thing. Doing logic and that sort of thing. I thought an anti-gravity tweaker, but then I don't know whether you can push him if you activate an anti-gravity tweaker. So, how long does it take? We need to hold him with an anti-gravity tweaker for about 5 seconds. So, we want this broadcast for 5 seconds or a second. Let's not 5 seconds, but 0.5 of a second. That's what I meant, which is half a second. Be careful that your timer isn't doing this, and we want it to actually count down. So we want it to activate for to count down. So it comes on, boom, bam, that's it. So we'll try the easiest way I would think to do it, which is to have an anti-grav tweaker on the player, which means they stay stationary. It may make them so they can't move the object, and that's what you've got to watch out for. Or if you have dampening on it. If you have dampening 100%, I know it makes it non-movable. So let's make it 90 and see how we get on. Test the idea. Perhaps I should have done this off camera. Nope. Still get flicked in the air. We're not getting our satisfactory splat that we want. Also, be careful if transferring, touching. If you're doing this and then you go, yep, I want to use this broadcast chip elsewhere. Perfect, I've set up the logic, it's done. Now that logic won't work. Don't ask why. Sometimes it's best not to. So just take it off, put it back on. Now it'll work. That's fine. Brilliant. We want it to go splat, don't we? Have I got it vaporise? So we'll have it go splat. Vaporise was quite satisfactory actually. So, but we need to get Sackboy over there and it's not working. That activating that is not working. So I need to find another more interesting way of holding him there and then let him go, all creative way. Creative logic. I could activate a gyroscope on him. Would that work? Possibly. Because if you turn him, but I want him to be rooted, like he becomes suddenly 10-ton weight. Physics tweaker. Try that. It's not gonna hurt, is it? So collision's on, yeah. Well, since we've changed the weight of the object, now I want to change the weight of Sackboy. I want to make Sackboy really heavy. Is that even activated? Oh, it's actually going through things now. Sackboy is not even flying up in the air. Weird. That's really strange. Take that physics tweaker off and see if the same thing's happening again. Unless we make him grab hold and then let go. Without actually making him grab hold and let go. I'll explain what I mean. You can change the animation to make it look like he's not actually holding on, but we can actually have him grabbing hold. Or we can make the material sticky for 5 seconds, for half a second. That might be an easier way of doing it. Then Sackboy would stick to it. There are numerous creative ways around these things, as you can see, and I'm working through them all in my mind, trying to think of an easy way of doing it. Make it indestructible. Yes. Make it indestructible. Make it sticky. So let's try that. See if that will work. Whoops. That didn't quite work because I wasn't on the... Nope. Same thing's happening. Might be due to the speed at which I'm moving it. So let's just try a single flick and not a... like that. Let's try flipper type off. Okay. That fell to the ground. That didn't quite work, did it? Because the settings have all changed. If I remember correctly, it was 315. Well, that was really violent, wasn't it? Not. That didn't work. So let's try a smaller arc. That might be easier. Just tweak the original thing, because this isn't working. Okay. Da-da-da. Wow, that was really good. That really flicked him, didn't it? Well, that doesn't work because that was the gravitational pull working. That actually triggered though. Let's well, we got him to fly in the general direction, so perhaps we're halfway there. Just need to make the wall a bit bigger. Now we've completely lost everything we were working on. As you can see, it takes a bit of time, takes a bit of fiddling, but you'll get there, so we might be able to do it. And there's much rejoicing. Yeah, I'll point. Corner editor. I was debating what to do there. I was thinking, shall I do it this way, do it that? I don't know. I've got a cup of coffee that's going cold. Just thought you needed to know that. But don't forget to make your material bigger as well. I'll just copy and paste. Because it's not too bad. Just remove that one. That's not really doing anything. Let's see if it works. Are you ready for your grand... My god, Sackboy, you can jump high. Perhaps my lever's too long. There's too much velocity created. Don't forget that, like I mentioned before, it's a completely physics-based engine, and it's pretty realistic and pretty amazing, which is how they can make pinball on the original. In fact, there's an interesting story in that alone. The fact that I mentioned pinball. I was talking to my brother in the garden, and he was saying, we were talking about computer games in general, and he said, that was when he said, yeah, because they've made pinball in Little Big Planet. I was like, what? That little game that I've got at home that I've hardly touched? Yeah, they've made pinball in it. So I was like, oh, I've got to check this out. So I came back and checked it out, and I was like, wow. And then I started getting into looking at the community levels, and I was just like, whoa, these are just, they're off the chart. And that's when I got into creating. My early stuff was pretty ambitious. Yeah, we did it. Now, you could make it so he goes splat, and you could change animations and do lots of different things. But, I mean, I'm just showing you for simple reasons. We can make him vaporise against the wall. Let's do it again, Sackboy, because that was such fun. Gratuitous Sackboy killing. I like the Andreas costume. Doesn't everyone? Whoa. Yeah, you managed to make it. You're safe this time. Whoa, that was some distance. Thought it was worth just checking out, just for the heck of it. So that is creative death. Think about things like that. Creative ways of killing the characters. It's the little touches. You can tweak it all with Animation Tweaker if you want to. There we go. Just a grand finale. That never gets old. Never gets old. Yes, you can do creative ways of killing the Sackboy. So look at it. Fiddle with the tweaker. If you want to get the animation right, well, I'll go into Animation Tweakers in and more hopefully tomorrow. And we'll try and stick to a minimum of 3 with 1 level up each week. So if you want to be featured on Level Up, don't forget to let me know in the description or let me know on Twitter at Noel J Gillum. Anything else to tell you? Yeah, I don't need to tell you to subscribe or like. You know what to do. You know if it's helpful, if you found this useful. And we're getting there with slightly more creative tutorials, aren't we? Hey, let's go, Sackboy. I think he's probably getting a bit sick of that now. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode, where I may or may not be Andreas. Have a good day, and I want to see plenty of creative deaths. Oh, if you do put some creative deaths in your levels, let me know, and I'll come and check them out. I may even feature them on here. Perhaps get a collection of best creative deaths. And if you just do a creative death level, it'd be interesting, and I'd definitely play it. It's a sort of thing that interests me after watching that animation reel by Media Molecule. Right, have a good one. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.